talking to you guys before we do this.
Just trying to get my giant arm on the screen again.
Good morning.
Hey.
So I'm not hearing Marianne come through the mic.
Oh shoot. Let me see. You're on number 3.
Hello.
There we go.
Hey.
Good morning. Good
Welcome
morning,
to the
everyone.
show.
I know.
Welcome back.
I was here, but I wasn't being heard.
Yeah.
Well,
I was being heard.
Good morning, Sunday. Wow.
This
Ready.
week was fast.
Oh, it really was.
It flew.
It really
by.
was.
I've made so much alcohol.
Well, it's about time, buddy. It's about time.
I ran the still 5 times this week. That sucker. Like I turned it on today or yesterday, and it was done. No more.
So what's going on at your place today?
So we have Pickle Rick playing.
Pickle Rick.
Pickle Rick. Yeah.
He's like the house musician there.
Yeah. Pickle Rick. He's the man.
That's awesome.
And then the 18th Amendment caters food for the distillery. So pulled pork,
The 18th
coleslaw.
So much
Salt potatoes.
barbecue. So much barbecue stuff.
Yeah, everyone's doing barbecue.
Yes.
Everyone's trying to get their barbecue out before it gets to like winter and no one can do any barbecue anymore.
That's a good point too.
Yeah.
What did you guys do yesterday?
I made alcohol.
That's all you did? You just worked?
I made alcohol Friday and Saturday and yeah.
No party for you?
Uh-uh.
No, that's lame. Going
Yeah.
over to
I
you.
didn't party either.
You
I
didn't
didn't
party?
No.
Yesterday?
Yesterday.
Because of Friday night?
No.
Oh.
Why was he feeling pretty good Friday?
I get
Videos are never happened.
What are you talking about?
I get a FaceTime from Sierra. And it's like, come to the tavern. I'm like, I'm already on my way.
I'm already on my way. Oh God.
You look like you enjoyed yourself Friday night.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
That's how you do
I
it.
seen Phil Friday. I walked right by him without speaking to him.
Yeah, he
What's
did.
up? What's up with that?
I
Walked
didn't
straight
notice him.
past me.
I was,
You
just
didn't-
like, I was looking for him and I couldn't find him. And he's sitting literally 5 feet from me. And I'm like walking around. I'm calling him and he won't answer his phone. He just keeps like ignoring ignored the call instead of answering it to tell me
Well,
where
'cause
he was.
you were walking right at me.
Yeah, sure.
So I figured I would
That's
just
funny.
say, "Hey, Jesse," like when you got to me.
my
Oh, that's
God.
so funny.
That was bad. Yeah.
That's good.
No, we were celebrating First Friday.
First Friday.
First
yes.
Friday.
Yes. We had Kenny Campbell perform at the Water Street Wine Bar Friday. Interesting fact. So I double booked Kenny and Randy Knapp
Mm-hmm.
for Friday. So I made my mistake into an opportunity. So I reached out to Randy. I'm like, hey, is there any way you can perform Thursday night instead of Friday? He's like, and you know Randy, he's freaking awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He'll accommodate. the
Yeah,
Situation.
he's like, absolutely. So
Yeah.
Thursday was fun. Friday was fun. I love Randy.
Just imagine him being your high school science teacher.
I wish he was.
Because it was pretty awesome.
I bet you
yeah.
learned a lot though.
Yeah, a lot of things.
Okay.
He would give you a passing grade on an answer if you had something that was witty or funny or smart enough to make him laugh. He would give you points.
I think
So
that's smart.
yeah, it was pretty cool. So
Life lesson.
if you had no clue, you just like draw something stupid that you knew he'd laugh at, 'cause if you know a sense of humor, and it'd be like +5, haha, and like so
That's fun.
you could almost survive with just having fun.
Discourage the bane of most teachers' existence, which is the like no answer at all.
Right.
Kids. I mean, I know kids aren't watching, but parents.
Yeah, they are.
Tell your kids, don't leave shit blank. Like you don't get any points for blank.
Right. Yeah.
Do something.
Be creative.
Just do something.
Yep.
Crying out loud, you might get it right by
You
accident.
know what? That goes for adults. Just be creative.
Anybody.
If you, like a guy comes up to a girl and you're like, I don't have a chance with her. I'm like, be witty. You might get something.
Or at least say
Yeah, you'll get something.
don't don't just say nothing.
Yeah.
Like
say something.
Something.
You'll
something.
definitely
Just
get
don't leave it blank.
I've really nice looking girls don't get approached as much as most people think, because many people are, they're kind of afraid of them. Like I remember all the nice looking girls at high school at the dances. No one would ask them to dance because they're all afraid to ask them. So, I mean, yeah, take the plunge.
I
Go
like how
for it.
you're in a mind of a woman.
Take the plunge.
Tell me
Listen,
more.
I'm like I should write a book.
You should.
write a
I'm
book.
waiting for this book.
It's
Mary's
gonna
gonna
be-
want this book
Well,
too.
we- what would
Every
you call
man's
it?
going to be lined up for miles to get this book when I write it.
What's
So,
it going to be called?
I haven't decided.
He's gonna
When there's
Scent of a man. What is Scent of a woman?
Oh, oh.
men smell
Listen,
good.
when the movie is made, is Mel Gibson going to play you?
Oh.
I hope so. We'll just have to talk to him about the racist comments at the beat.
Yeah.
Gone. None of that. But
Remove.
we can bring him back.
But he
What
wants
about
to.
the Jewish stuff?
No,
No,
no, none of it. No. For a second, I was like, "Oh yeah, let me weigh in on this." Like, no racist comments. Mel Gibson will have to be on his best behavior. I was thinking like, what the P.S. I Love You. Who was that? Was that Gerard Butler? Yeah. No.
Is that a chick flick?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
See,
I just.
that's why you guys can't write a book like I can. Because you haven't watched enough of those movies.
We haven't gotten far enough into the female mind.
Yeah. You need to really
Neither one of us
read.
knows as much about the
I
female
don't even
mind
know
as
my
you.
mind.
Yes.
Oh no! Oh,
Just
so much to
because
talk about.
we haven't watched as many chick
So much
flicks
to
as
talk
you.
about.
There's a lot to talk about.
Well, no. So speaking about female mind, right? So last night, Friday night, we went out to the tavern and we because it was Hazel's bachelor party. So Kev went to that. And so he came to the bar with his friend, and he was good. He was good. He wasn't crazy. Is that making connections now? Well, I love standing next to him because I'm literally like this. I'm like, God, he's so tall. So we were supposed to go to Restaurant Depot the next morning, and Kevin's like not waking up, and he's like, "Would you be mad if I didn't go?" And I'm like,
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna let you decide what you want to do.
Oh, come on.
Don't just go. Get in the car and go. Get in the car and go.
Well, because I wasn't mad, but I'm like, I was just disappointed. I'm like,
Get in the car.
All right,
and go.
Dad.
I was no,
Even if you go in the
No,
car
no.
and fall asleep,
I was gonna
it's
drive.
more than enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. she'd
No,
be
just
happy.
come with
Just
me.
Go.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Let's
saying.
do it.
Just Gerald, thank you. It
Gerard
was-
Butler.
yeah.
I was right. There you go.
Yes.
See? Yeah.
I just think, and so I was talking to the guy at
Mhm.
Restaurant Depot about my situation. He's like, what is wrong with that man? He should know. Is this his first day with you? No, when a woman says this to you, you get your ass in that car and you just go. So he did feel bad, though. He did feel bad. He actually met up with me at the bar and brought the food in. So he apologized. And I said, okay. But I was just, wanted to spend some time with you. That's all.
People are so weird.
No, it's
Like,
you've been in a relationship. You've never gotten that. Hey, I'm gonna go to the bar with my friends. Is that okay with you? And they're always
why
like,
do you think I'm single, man?
Yeah. And there's always that say. Well, I don't want to stereotype women.
Go for it.
In my life, there's always been.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's what you really want to do, and it's like, so I guess
Red
I don't
flags.
want to do this
Red
anymore.
flags.
It's like, no, I was just a joke. I never wanted to do it. And then you come home with tacos, and usually you win.
Oh, that's a good surprise right
Yeah.
there.
So.
That was your other night with Mary, right? I'm gonna go hang out with Phil. Is that something you really want to do?
Yeah, I don't know if she means that. Like, do I really want to hang with Phil, or do I want to go out? So I don't know.
She probably want to go hang out with you guys, anyways.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. No, Mary's pretty cool. It's not
Mary's
that bad.
Mary's
I've had,
amazing.
But there's those
The scent of a
texts.
Mary.
There's always those texts that you're like, okay, I need to reel it back in and play safe.
Oh, so we went.
You know when you're up to bat and it's like you have 2 strikes and you're like, okay, I either got to go for it or I got to really play it safe here because he's probably gonna throw me a ball and I don't want to swing too hard again. So that's like that text.
No, you gotta start falling them off, man.
Yeah. Oh God.
You gotta stay alive so you get a good shot.
Oh God. I'd probably just bunt if I
Bunt.
can. Just do a little.
You don't
bunt.
bunt with 2 strikes, man.
I don't play baseball. That's
Well,
why I would do it.
Listen,
Do you not bunt with
Kids,
2 strikes?
don't bunt with 2 strikes.
When do you bunt?
Anytime that you don't have 2 strikes.
Okay.
Really?
You don't bunt with 2 strikes.
Okay.
It's stupid. Like every once in a while somebody will bunt with 2 strikes. But if you bunt with 1 strike
Uh-huh.
and it goes foul,
Yeah.
then it's just like it's foul, right? So now you
Right.
get 2 strikes. Right? If you bunt with 2 strikes
Uh-huh.
and it goes foul,
Yeah.
you're out.
Oh, really? I didn't know it was a thing. Don't take my baseball advice
Ever.
ever.
A to B.
Just wait for my book on women.
Scent of a Mary.
Oh God, no. I'll have a good name next podcast for my book.
I'm sure you
I'm
will.
gonna start writing it.
Lori, congratulations for being married for 43 years. I can't even get it to like 7 years. So congratulations to that. That's awesome. So we went to Abandon yesterday because Jeff said he has the porter on, and I love the porter.
Okay.
We went there for a few, and we went there, and there was a band playing, and I didn't know anybody there. It was like fun.
Was it a mariachi band?
I would love to see one of those. That'd be cool. So the porter is on at Abandon.
Okay.
And then we went to Climbing Vines Fest.
Yeah,
Vines Fest.
Yeah.
Well, the reason why I want to go to Vines Fest too, other than I love
Handsome young ladies.
Yes, I didn't make it there that time
Oh.
though. That would have been all day, and I couldn't do that. And I know my areas of weakness. So
Day drinking is an
Mm.
area of weakness.
Mike Powell performed there,
Okay.
and he was awesome. He was just phenomenal. So before he performed though, Sierra Bloom, she's like, let me take your picture, because the last time she took a picture of Kevin and I at the tavern Friday night, I was looking at it, I'm like, you took a picture of the floor. Like, what are you doing? So we were going over, do you know where everyone gets married at Climbing Vines?
Yeah.
And Sierra's like, do I get a picture here? And Kevin and I were like, nope. We just kept walking. So you see that I just posted the pictures. We're we're out in the greenery
It's
area. It was cute. It was a really awesome time. It was fun to see everyone in Penny in there. And because we always miss out because we're always working, you know what I mean? So it was just fun to see everyone out there.
I got to see some background shots of Phil at the tavern Saturday night. That you made like shots of people's photos without even noticing you were there. There was one that you knew you were in, but there was a couple you didn't know you were in. I've
Those
seen
are
on
my
everyone's stories, and I'm like, oh, there's a Phil going, just like walking by somebody. Like, okay.
The snapshots?
Yeah, I don't know. People on their stories. I don't know,
The stories.
the Facebook stories.
There was a sighting of Phil. That's fun.
Yeah, multiple. So there's no getting out of where he was Saturday.
No. Oh, did you make it to the wedding? Weren't you supposed to go to a wedding?
Well, I don't know. That's today,
Oh, it's today.
and I'm not sure whether I'm supposed to be going or not.
We should go.
So I'm waiting to find out whether or not I'm supposed to be going.
Can you elaborate on the story a little bit more?
No.
Wait.
Okay.
That's crazy. Are you ordained?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not performing the marriage. I'm not performing the wedding.
You're not going to perform there?
I'm not going to be the officiant.
Would you want Phil to officiate your wedding?
I don't want a wedding.
Yeah, but if
Boom.
let's reverse say you did.
I feel. Would you make it really depressing? Are you going to be like, are you sure you really want to do
All right,
this
if everybody's
again?
still sure they want to do this, this is your last chance to opt out.
Phil always has he always does underhanded comments.
You
like,
notice that?
Just in
Oh,
general.
come on.
He's done it to me the past 2 times I've seen him. I've actually been tailing. He did it Friday night, and then he did it today.
What happened?
It's just he's always got something to say that is not like, hey, how you doing? Nice to see you. Hope you're having a good day. It's always like, well, this or this. You know, so I'm like, man, at a wedding, can you imagine? He probably gonna be like,
It's depressed.
he'll probably look at Mary and be like,
You can do better.
Really? White?
You can do better.
Really white?
So
You chose to wear white today?
Oh my God! Stop! Stop it! What did
So
you say?
that would be Phil. Yeah,
Don't do that.
that would
Such
be
an
him.
ass.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't think I
No,
think
the
I'll
answer's
go with
no.
newbie. I think I'll
Newbie,
go with
yeah,
newbie.
newbie's gonna do it.
A sober newbie would be pretty good.
What's not a sober newbie like? No
No,
words.
no.
There's no words.
But an unsober newbie is a sight to be seen. So yeah,
Sounds like fun.
we have a podcast with an unsober newbie on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I wonder if I took that down.
These
you?
guys know. There's a couple that probably should have went down.
Yeah, I think I
Yeah.
took a couple down.
There's a couple that weren't. No,
I removed a couple of them.
yeah, you missed those. They were
I
late.
wasn't on.
They were
there.
late night drunk shows.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Can't do those.
Before we became professional. Yep. Anyways,
That's good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let us know if you end up going to the wedding.
Okay. All right. So you got Pickle Rick.
Yep.
You got barbecue.
mm-hmm.
You got drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Any kind of special drinks or just the regular menu?
There's a.
Special.
I bought a couple things to play around with, so I got some. I might have something special.
All right.
I
It's a
didn't.
secret, everybody.
I didn't
it's happening
post it.
today, but nobody.
I didn't post it because I got some special things that
You
I'm
have to go there to find out.
playing around with.
Go to Barrington Distillers on
We have a secret menu.
Bill Bailey Road in Barrington.
Ask for the fill.
Oh, is there a fill?
Yeah.
I want
Is
the
it just
fill.
bourbon with ice?
It's the driest thing we have. It's just super dry.
Oh.
Like,
It's just an empty
Yeah.
glass. It's so dry. It's just an
Dry.
empty glass.
Yeah.
So dry.
Yeah, the fill. Ask for it. If somebody asks for it, I'm gonna die. Like if somebody actually comes up and ever does
Are
it.
there like variations of fill? Like, is there like a hot fill and a sweaty fill?
I'm
A
right here.
sweaty
A
fill.
sweaty fill.
Oh man, so you could do like a saline solution and
Oh.
bourbon. That'd be like a sweaty fill. It'd be like
Sweaty fill.
salty and bitter.
What?
Why are you so disgusted? We're
This
talking
is-
about you.
This is.
Anyways, Phil's like, I did not sign up for this today.
That
Yes,
is-
he
When
did.
when do you go back to work full time? Are you back now?
He's there
already?
now.
Yeah, you're
Jesse,
good.
I've been
You're doing
like,
it?
Balls to the walls.
sweaty.
Sweaty balls.
When
I-
do are the kids there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's how much I
Yeah.
pay attention.
We're a weekend of class, and man,
Oh,
I've
boy.
been running my butt off trying to get all the stuff done.
Because
All
you're
the things that need to
you're
get done.
you're a person down.
Yeah, and it's just a busy time of year anyway, and
Are the kids
the
excited to be back?
NCAA makes it harder every year, so
Oh no, that
just
sucks.
like extra stuff to do. I'm
because of
tired.
COVID or
I'm
just
tired.
because because of COVID or just because of NCAA?
COVID.
Both.
Oh,
Like
right.
there was stuff that they were starting to work on before COVID, and then there's COVID stuff on top of it. So it's all fun.
So if a kid is running to class, sprains his ankle, where do they send him?
Good question.
What do you mean?
His ankle sprained. He's down. Where do they call you in?
No.
I know you're not like
He's
a,
not a nurse.
Absolutely
a
not.
nurse or anything.
No,
but
like,
like,
but-
are you gonna like? Can you save the day?
They can go to the nurse
Where's the nurse?
in the new building.
Okay.
But you're as qualified as the nurse.
He doesn't want to do it.
For,
though.
for an ankle sprain?
You're more qualified.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd call in the big guns.
But that's not my
job.
job.
There should be an emergency part of the job.
You want the emergency part of the job. Like every part of my job is the emergency part of the job, Jesse.
I'm trying to get you more money,
The whole-
Phil.
it's
You're,
not-
you're the worst.
No, you're not trying. They're not going to pay me more. You're just asking them to give me more work,
I was
not
gonna-
more money.
I was trying to put a clause in for emergency having to save people with sprained ankles.
Yeah, they wouldn't pay me extra for that. They would just expect me to do more work for the same money.
Do you
All
not
right.
remember the whole vaccines he had to do? Do you not remember all that? He did more
Yeah,
for less.
yeah.
Fine.
Are the kids excited to be back? Like, what's the buzz like on campus?
I don't want to talk about work.
Okay.
It's great.
Is there-
Everything's great, but I just don't want to talk about work.
That's fine.
I should have known everyone was back because, during the summer we're all trying to like fill our positions. Well, once all the Cuca College kids come back,
Yeah.
all your staff comes back, and yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare because then you're like, well, I don't know how I can bring this person back.
Hey, if
and
anyone-
got this person,
I didn't
and,
really like you.
Oh,
it's
Can you shoot me somebody? I can pick up somebody.
Yeah, I got probably 3 people that I probably can't bring back that I'll send your way. So
Let me know. Send me the good people.
some of the good people.
Good
Yeah.
people.
That's the problem with hiring the Cuca College students is like a couple of them are some of the best staff we have, and then
course.
you lose them,
Yeah.
like in random times, and you're like, oh, this
Yeah.
really sucks. They're hard to
Yeah.
replace. So yeah, but it goes to show you how much the college really helps out with like that. Not as much. I don't see college kids coming to my place to like spend the money as much as they help with employment.
Right.
Like I think when they're here, it really helps a lot of places. So yeah, big time. But anyways,
I can't believe it's September. What happened to August? Went by so quickly.
it's this week was really fast for some reason. I don't know.
So
High school's starting back up. Our school, regular school,
yeah, school's starting up.
and then all the kids are masking it up.
Yep.
What,
yes,
do you
they
think of that?
are. I am excited. I was talking to a couple teachers yesterday too, and they're looking forward to it. But I think they're the most flexible people if you think about it. They have to get all these demands from the governor or whatever, and they just have to follow suit what's expected. And I wish we can give more to the faculty and the teachers. You know what I mean? It's just other than just saying thank you. It's just like, you guys are awesome because you're providing education for our children and you're doing it trying to balance on a line and with all these other demands being thrown at you.
Yeah.
I hope Portia's really excited about school. We went to her open house and we saw the classroom. I had a couple questions about it afterwards, but I mean, it's like my favorite time of year, going back to school. I loved going back to school. It was exciting to see all your friends, your teachers, see what classes you're in. Why are you shaking your head? You didn't like school?
No,
What?
I only like sports.
Really? I
It's the only
love
reason I went.
school.
Yeah, school was horrible.
Okay, well, don't listen to him, kids who
Yeah.
are watching the show.
Oh, to all the kids out there watching the show.
You're probably watching the wrong show. Yeah.
You know, you can send an apple or something.
I don't think we can do that anymore.
Sure, why not?
They don't want an apple.
Why not?
They want a gift certificate to the 18th or the
Marianne-
Water Street Wine Bar. That's
Marianne-
what
They never wanted a goddamn apple.
they want. They want wine.
That's what they
want
get.
wine.
They want
You
wine.
give them an apple. You don't like. You give them an apple. It doesn't mean they actually want the goddamn apple.
Yeah.
What were you guys talking about when I came in?
If it wasn't live, it probably shouldn't be talked about live.
I didn't know about it. That's why I was.
Oh, you're talking about the thing in Texas.
What were you? Okay, we'll go back to
Oh,
the
that's
topic.
right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm a man, so I don't even like talking about it.
So the viewers who don't know, fill them in.
Oh, okay. Yes, I'll fill everybody
Yeah,
in.
I'm staying out of it.
That my understanding of a new law in Texas is that if a private citizen, say Jesse's a Texan and he's got a bug up his butt about abortion, and he finds out that somebody got an abortion, he can sue any of the people who helped the person get the abortion.
In Texas.
So in Texas. So like, right. So if he was in Texas, so like doctors, nurses, taxi drivers, like Uber and Lyft, or even like they're saying, look, if you get sued, we'll cover your fees for their drivers.
Whoa.
Yeah. GoDaddy took down a website that was so basically. So anyway, let me finish that. Right.
Okay.
So what happens is if they sue successfully, then the state of Texas will give them $10,000 plus cover their lawyer fees. So it's been tricky in the Supreme Court, and, you know, agree or disagree, I don't think that we've heard the last word from the Supreme Court on this one. I think that they'll keep trying with just different arguments.
Mhm.
Everybody's pissed off that the first argument didn't work, but I think that they'll still end up striking it down probably at some point. But basically, there's even been a website out there already where people in Texas can go in and like give a tip on like, oh, I know this person.
Really?
Yeah, got an
Whoa.
abortion. Like, here's the information on it, and they can submit
What?
that. Yeah.
So it wasn't as much as outlawing abortion as it is.
Well, it's tricky, right? So it doesn't directly outlaw abortion. It's not enforced by the police or public official, which is why it got through the Supreme Court, because usually you would sue like the state police for enforcing it, or you would sue, you know, whoever's enforcing it. Well,
Mhm.
it's being enforced by like random private individuals. So like there isn't even a way to challenge it yet through the way that things are traditionally challenged, by like suing the state official that's enforcing it,
Mhm.
because there's not a state official enforcing it, and the private individual that's in theory going to be responsible for the enforcement, like that hasn't happened yet.
Gotcha.
So like, who are you going to sue?
Right.
And yeah, I mean, Newbie says that it's not outlawed technically because it's still allowed up till 6 weeks, which basically what they've got to do is they're required to basically invasively look for a heartbeat before they can perform an abortion.
Gotcha.
So if they have to document that there's no heartbeat before they're allowed to complete an abortion. And if they don't do that, then they can be sued for this.
Interesting.
And then whoever sues them gets a $10,000 reward in addition to their lawyer fees paid.
That's so weird.
What?
That's what it is. That's what the law is.
Wow.
So
See,
that's-
there's a lot of knee-jerk
it's
reactions
kinda-
to this, so it's hard to know what's true and what's not because you see
Yeah.
people react, and everyone kind of says the same thing. But you are well-read in your research. I haven't done that much research on it, so to me, I've read so many different things, way different than what you're saying. That,
Yeah.
like people are saying are happening, and I'm like,
Well, a lot
Yeah,
of
so-
people like to catastrophize, and people like to make things seem like, oh well, they're murderers now. Like everybody's murdering. Like,
right,
it's not as cut and dry as that.
right,
It's all been a pretty shady business down there. But what's happening, interestingly, is this is being like the enforcement delegated to the people, which is an
Mhm.
interesting idea for me, and I'm still kind of processing that. But the people are already kind of coming up against it. So, and when I say that, right now, businesses and individuals who don't agree with that law are finding ways to make it really difficult. So like I said, Uber and Lyft both have offered to cover expenses for their drivers if they get sued. GoDaddy, there was a website up that was taking tips on this, right?
Yep.
GoDaddy took the website down in 24 hours.
Wow.
That website already was getting like knocked offline several times
that
because
people were giving that many tips.
fake tips.
Oh, fake tips. Oh,
People from all over were putting in fake tips to where then that website got made so that you could only access it with a Texas IP address.
Oh.
So then people were even getting like VPNs to make it look like they were in Texas, and they can generate a fake Texas address and a fake name and just submit thousands of tips that are fake. And then think of it this way, right? So that's all being filtered through this private organization that's against abortions. So if you're an investigator and they just hand you all these tips, you're going to be like, piss off.
right.
Because you just gave me like 100,000 fake tips and maybe like 9 real ones.
Dang.
So then at the same time, you've got it. Then this business, this private group is going to have to go vet these. It's like, okay, well, they don't want to vet 9 accurate ones out of 100,000 either.
No.
Who's funding this or private organization? Do you know? Does anyone know who's doing it?
Yeah, I don't know what the name of it is off the top of my head, but it's an established organization that is pro-life.
Interesting. Crazy. And
and
they're going to cover everyone's lawyer fees, even if they lose in the suit.
No, they have to win.
Who's going to take that chance?
They cover their you mean the state of Texas? So like the state of Texas is going to cover the legal fees and pay a $10,000 reward for people who successfully pursue civil suits against people who aid or abet abortion.
Yeah,
So that's that's part of why
crazy.
This private organization, this pro-life organization comes in handy, is that like they can pay it.
Dang.
And then they can get reimbursed, whatever, stuff like that. So
wow.
It's all kind of madness.
It's insane.
It's weird. It's really weird.
And really, it's just going to make somewhat of a gray market of people are going to just go over the state line if they can.
Right.
It's going to make it more difficult for, people who don't have means. I mean, it's just another one that goes after poor people because they can't just go across the state line to do this.
Right.
I mean,
turning a lot of new age
about
Republicans into libertarians in a hurry is what they just did.
Maybe. I don't know. It's just like however you go about it, it's not those people are still going to get those abortions.
Yeah.
Like whether you agree with abortion or disagree with abortion, those people are still going to do what they can to get those abortions if they think that they need one.
Right.
And it's just going to be less safe.
Right.
Making like we always talk about banning things like that. Banning abortions doesn't get rid of abortions. It just makes them less safe. It makes them more, less equitable.
Yeah.
As far as who has access to it.
Like you're saying, though, it targets the poor is
It
what it really
targets the
does.
poor.
Because if you have enough
Yeah.
money, you can just go to another state that's
Yeah.
legal and just
Yeah.
go let it.
And if
Get
you don't
it.
have enough
Yeah.
money, you probably, might try something more risky.
Crazy. Yeah, that's freaking nuts.
Yeah.
But when do people start? When do we start kind of backing off and kind of deciding it's your body, your choice on most things?
Jesse.
When do you think it starts? Like they slowly start like where everyone gets on board with it.
Well,
I mean, because we're starting to say like marijuana's okay. So shouldn't we start saying
some
like
of us are
other
saying
things
that.
are getting better?
Some of us are saying that marijuana is okay.
I thought doesn't a majority feel that way though?
A majority,
Well,
Yeah.
if you can
Yeah.
make money off of it, that's a bonus.
not a plurality,
Right. Yeah.
but a majority. Yeah.
I'm just wondering if someone like falsely accused of me getting an abortion, I would have been like, what the? And then I have to like prove that I'd never gotten an abortion or something. Like, how does that even work?
Yeah. Well,
I didn't
they'd
even
have to
think
show
about-
records.
I didn't even think about. Okay. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
I don't think they can like do what they did with the red law, the gun law.
Mhm.
Where they just throw your name out there and they come try to seize your weapons.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, what is that?
It's freaking nuts. Is what it
It's
is.
atrocious, is what it is.
It's terrifying. It really comes down to the point where if I really didn't like Phil that much,
Right.
and you found the right person, you said the right things. If they don't take his guns, they at least they make your life hell. I mean, you're harassed.
Have you gone through something like that, or do you know?
No, you just see it like so. These like the feds. I don't know if it's the FBI. Maybe Phil will know better than I do. They come and knock on your door and question you, like
Mhm.
your sanity, and make sure and if you act pissed off because what are you doing at my house for no damn reason?
Right.
Yeah.
You're gonna lose your guns because they're gonna say you're crazy. It's like
Yeah.
it's just one of those things where
Weird.
someone like Phil, I think you can obviously tell he's not crazy. So maybe he'd be fine. But some of these other people that don't want to be bothered and get these laws, and then people get shot. I don't know. Has anyone died because of one of these? Do you know?
Oh, immediately.
Oh, immediately.
Like as soon as they started passing these, they passed one in Maryland. It was one of the first ones, maybe the first one, and it's just, yeah, 2 police officers got shot, I think.
Wow.
Wow.
Well,
I didn't
and
know that.
I think that's what happened. Anyway, I mean, these are situations that don't have to happen.
Right.
Like you don't have to have. Anytime you send police to somebody's house, there better be a damn good reason because you're putting everybody in danger, the police and the person whose house that it is. I mean,
Right.
because that's a confrontation.
Right.
Every confrontation we have, that's another chance for something to go wrong.
Mhm.
And I think that we have to have good reasons for those.
You never hear about anyone really getting prosecuted over falsifying testaments or any of, I mean, reports, any of it. None. You every once in a while you read something in a newspaper where it says so and so called the police, has found out that nothing was going there. So, but they don't end up going to jail or anything. I mean, I don't know what the ticket is or anything like that, but it's that person could have. Now, if they do that and then the person gets shot, wouldn't they be liable for manslaughter? The person falsifying a report.
That's interesting.
You'd think that they'd be
Maybe.
liable for it.
Maybe.
Right?
I don't know.
I mean, I just feel like people aren't held to this. The people tattletaling aren't, or
Held accountable.
not even tattletale. I mean, it'd be crying wolf.
Right.
It's not even really happening. Aren't being held accountable. For the
Well,
same
and this
actions.
is like it for a little while there. I don't know if it still is, but for a little while there, it was kind of a common prank to like swat somebody.
Oh yeah, I saw that on the
You remember
internet.
that?
Yeah.
Swatting? So you'd like call and report that something was going down at somebody's house and make it like severe enough and their house would get like SWAT.
Yeah.
The SWAT team would come and like knock down their door and
What?
yeah.
There's videos of it online, and a lot of it was like when YouTubers were just starting to get going, like the people on there, they'd be on YouTube talking to their people, and all of a sudden, like the SWAT is in their room.
Oh my
like
God,
doors
no.
knocked down. Yeah,
No.
they're laying on the floor, hands over their head. Yeah, it was pretty. I forgot all about that, Phil. They were
That's
doing that,
Yeah.
Scary.
and then I think they actually hammered someone with a huge charge, and then finally they were like, "Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Can't do that
dumb."
anymore. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
Yep.
it's stupid.
No, it is scary. Those are all situations where somebody could end up dead.
Mhm.
crazy. I don't know. And why? Who has enough time that they want to do that? Like, what's that say about you as a person if you're doing that? It's not good. So craziness. Yeah. Anyways, Texas. That was a ballsy move.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're very the people who are pushing that
Mm.
are like super extreme. They're extreme. Like the people pushing this new law, they're
Well,
extreme.
it
They're
makes
no
sense.
different than the people they hate on the left.
Right. No.
It's the
no.
extreme left
Right.
and extreme right.
And
They're
they've
no
admitted
different. Yeah.
they've admitted that their goal is to overturn Roe v. Wade, which a lot of people want to have that overturned.
It's such a waste
There
of
are
energy.
a lot of people
though.
who want that overturned.
That's like the first thing you learn about when you go to take like criminal justice. Like my first semester, like Roe v. Wade, you like always do a report on it. I swear
Yeah.
everyone has.
Yeah.
It's like, and how it's like a pinnacle and a staple of like one of the craziest cases we've ever had. And
Mhm.
I can't believe anyone would ever overturn it. That's nuts. So
Well, and they're worried now that we've got a pretty conservative Supreme Court. Although I think some of the justices who are a little bit more toward the conservative end
mhm.
have started to shift. Like John Roberts, he was a little bit conservative when he was put in there, and he hasn't really acted very conservative, which I'm not saying like good, bad, whatever. He hasn't acted the way that he was kind of perceived when he was put in there.
Yeah. I think the Republican Party's pushing to the wrong people everywhere. I
Totally.
I think they don't understand being a Republican. It's like anyone that I'm around, my
Mhm.
age group, like abortion is not an issue. Like no one's saying like, oh well, we think it should be outlawed. Everyone's like, you do what you want. It's your body. Same thing with marijuana. It used to be like, oh, we're against marijuana. Like no one I know is against marijuana personally. I'm serious. Like I haven't talked to anyone that said like they're against it. It's like they're pushing. I don't understand what the push is. Like why?
I have.
Why
I've talked to people that are against marijuana. I've talked to people who do want abortion banned.
Really?
A lot of them.
What are
Wow.
the reasons why though that you've heard?
It's the same bullet points that they've been using for 100 years. It's
It's criminal.
I mean,
right?
abortion's a really complicated issue, and I think there really are. I think there are some good points on both sides.
I'm sure there are.
Realistically, the only thing I want is for it to be something that's between you and your healthcare provider.
Correct.
And I don't think it should. I don't think that like whatever elected official has any business.
Well, I was even
with it.
thinking I've never had to go through something like that. But for a woman to go through something like that, it is emotionally, I can imagine, emotionally draining. For whatever reason she's put in that position that she has to make a choice.
Yeah.
There's a lot of thoughts, and it just doesn't make sense to me that somebody else can make this decision when it's like your whole life and it was just maybe just an honest mistake. It could be rape, it could be any of that, but then somebody else gets to decide that.
Yeah,
That's just not right.
I don't know the process, but it can't be enjoyable. I mean, I'm sure no one's like, oh,
No.
this has to be a huge decision.
Of course.
I can't imagine that. I'm sure for a lot of people, it's like your last option.
Right.
I mean, I don't think anyone's like, oh, I'm just gonna.
They're not making that decision lightly.
Right.
No, God,
not as
no.
much as maybe taking like Plan B. I mean, maybe that's kind of lighthearted and a little bit quicker than.
I forgot about Plan B.
An abortion is like, I'm sure that's like the last thing anybody would ever want to do. So
Oh,
I just
man.
can't imagine anyone thinking that whoever does this is like sick and evil. I'm sure it takes a lot out of you to do it. So
Yeah.
there was a good argument on it.
What?
And that's, so do you think fathers should have a say? That was one that was interesting. And I know it's pretty personal. We don't have to really touch on it if no one wants to say.
I mean, the real question is,
How
don't
can you
know.
prove that you're the father? I mean, there's a lot of other things to look into that.
what you mean, like to force somebody to have an abortion,
No.
To go against
or to
it.
prevent somebody
To
from
prevent,
having an
Yes.
abortion?
like, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, to prevent. That was the big say. It was like, as a father, do you have a say? And then again, Marianne, Are you the father? Let's hope that. Okay, for
You're not the father.
Let's hope for
You are not the father. Phil, you're not the father.
for
It's okay.
a woman that she's in a one-on-one relationship. I don't know. Let's just say in that case, does the guy have a say? Yes or no? And right now he doesn't, but should he? That's the question.
And that's where I think a woman is going to be like, it's my body. Like,
Right.
this is what.
And there you go. I
am.
don't know what the right answer is, but I was reading some compelling arguments on both sides, and I was like, that another good argument is, are you the dad?
Are you
the?
You're not the dad.
Like, it's just like, yeah, I didn't think about that. I mean, who knows? Like, because that right there just kind of stomps a lot of that out. So
it will just have
yeah.
the lady would just not say.
Yeah. Crazy.
For the fear of not being able to choose.
Right.
So that's what ends up happening. Kind of like what you're saying. If you eliminate everything, people will go to other desperate measures to get what they need to do, even if, like you said, it's going to be unsafe. It's not going to be healthy for someone to withhold that information with their partner. That's not healthy at all.
Right. So yeah, no, but that was a big argument. And again, that one had there was like some points you could see, on both sides. And that was one where I was just interested in seeing what people thought. Like, really, should there be a say? And at the end of the day, I guess you go to say, like, the man's not carrying the child. So I guess there's a big difference.
It goes down to having a healthy relationship with the other person. And if people actually listen to both sides to arguments, people do have good points. You just have to compromise and figure out where to go from there. But people don't listen. People want to be heard, but they don't want to listen.
Right.
Right, Phil?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I think so. I think so. I don't know. It's tricky.
It's tough.
It's
I mean,
tricky.
I know none of us really want to say, especially live, because like I can change my opinion from now till tonight. I mean, Phil's talked me out of an opinion in a matter of an hour. He reasons with me. He's like, no, that doesn't. This is this is that. Right. And then sometimes he says things and you're like, what world do you live on, Phil? But most of the time he reasons me out of opinion. So it just shows that I can't, if I say something now,
right?
I mean, in 6 hours, I could feel completely different. And aren't most people like that? Like,
it's like you're not allowed to be that way. It's like you made this statement. Now you have to stick to it with it for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
unless you want to be wishy-washy.
Oh.
Well, there's that. There's wishy-washy. That's why
be a flip-flopper.
You don't. That's why you probably shouldn't state your opinion until you're informed enough to make an opinion, right?
You can't state an opinion because everyone jumps on your back and be like, how dare you have an opinion?
Because once you're well informed and you talk to someone about it, and then you hold that and you're like, this is pretty, unless there's new information, I think you have a pretty good, that's your opinion.
I talked to another business owner and he said, I thought you said something, it was kind of radical on Facebook. Did you say this, whatever comment it was? I'm like, I don't make comments because I just don't want to get involved and I don't want people to just say shit to me or about me. So that's why I make no comments. Yeah. And that's kind of sad. As business owners, I feel, and there are some business owners who have no problem saying stuff, but I'm like, I know. I'm just like, I would rather just keep everything quiet and just be like, yep, that's okay. Or whatever. Yeah, you're totally wrong or right about it. That's the sad reality of it.
But at the end of the day, knowing you as well as I do and how I am and Phil, I think all of us, I can love anybody that has any opinion on, as long as you're not weird or creepy or have like just weird things going. Yeah. But you like what? Like,
wait, what weird?
Like
things?
If you're into like feet or something, I don't know if we can be.
Okay,
if you're into feet, I don't know if we can be friends. But anyways,
I'm good.
So, yeah,
I do want a pedicure though.
But that's the thing, right? It's like what? Oh God.
Don't you want a pedicure?
I mean, not really.
But... Oh yeah, you do.
Okay, I'll try one. Anyways, yeah.
We should go together.
No, that's not happening.
Mary
will go with you.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Back to it. Anyways, so no matter where you think, I think I'm friends with people all over. No matter where they stand. Who cares, right? Yeah, we don't care.
If you got soul.
Soul. Oh God.
Friends with people just like you.
Got some soul.
Isn't it weird the people you become friends with?
Oh my God. I didn't think I'd become friends with you.
I didn't think I'd become friends with Phil. I really didn't. The first time I met Phil in my bar, like I was pretty standoffish toward him because he's just like weird. He's like a little smug. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
and you ever heard the saying,
It's not true at
there's
all.
something I don't like about that guy, or there's something, how's the saying go? There's something about that guy that I don't like about myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So there's like, and like Phil is kind of like, he's just like a little like, I don't know, maybe it's like an alpha male thing. Like he's just like a little smug with me or something. I don't know what it was. And I was like, this guy's a dick. Like, and then you get to know him.
No,
and that's
I
just,
didn't like the drink you made.
That's just his.
You made me a drink, and I was like, I don't know, it's sweet.
Yeah, it's just like
It was honest.
yeah, his honesty. And then once you get to know him, it's not that he's a jerk. Well, he is,
Well,
but he's a loving jerk.
yes.
Yes. So, and it's like, and he cares about his friends, and he's a good guy. But it's like you have to get to know people.
That's
So-
true. No, the first time
yeah.
I met Phil,
So
I didn't
you
like him at all.
become friends with people like that.
Yeah, I
So
didn't like you in the
Yeah.
beginning, but we all knew that.
you get past people's like, and most people are good, really.
I mean, you're the
You can get along with
godfather.
most people.
You're the godfather to my daughter. I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
That's pretty big. That's about as friendly as you get. Yeah.
I trust you that you would, if anything were to ever happen, you would be the person that would put my daughter's interest
There you go.
forward, and you would teach her a lot of things.
And that says something about somebody when you first meet. You're like, dick. So, so
You know what's fun is that he loves all this.
yeah. But no, how many people have you met in life like that?
I'm just
There's
thinking
so many-
about
so
I'm just
many
thinking
of
about
my
my
good friends.
dad listening to the show and then like just poking at me for like the next. Well, yeah. Jesse and Marianne didn't like you.
This has become a rather intense review.
I
so.
really think
Yes.
that a lot of people could say that the same thing about Phil. Like, I didn't like Phil at all in the beginning. What did your mom say
Oh,
or-
she loved Phil.
in the
She-
beginning?
Yeah.
Has great judgment.
Loved. She loved Phil.
La, 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 la,
She
la.
told me the day that I have to meet this guy Phil. He's awesome. He's like, "Yeah, this guy's awesome," and she loved him. My mom loves people like Phil.
Well, I mean,
Like
I
she
think
loves the very brash, straightforward.
Yeah.
That's just who she is.
no bullshit and
She's that way.
Yeah.
She's like so. But I mean, think
people.
a lot of my best friends
Mm.
are kind of like the same thing with Phil. Like you just meet him, you're like, I don't know, and then. not come at Phil still.
This
but
is
I'm
like
just
every
saying-
sixth show now.
I'm just saying, like in general, a lot of my best friends, I at first when we met, I was like, yeah, I'd rather not probably be around them. Then you get to know people, and so it just goes to show you, and way different point of views.
Yeah.
A lot of them, like there's another reason why you don't get along is someone says something and you're like, what the hell? Who thinks like that? And then
Phil.
you get to know them, and you kind of understand why everyone has a different point of view because they grew up different, they have different parents.
You
know.
have to admit though, when
different
you interact
places.
with Phil, it's a different
Sorry, Phil. I'm trying
situation.
to save you. I'm trying to get you off the.
Well, I'm just saying with Phil, like I have a different kind of communication behavior with him versus with somebody else.
With me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, Phil said something douchey, and I'm like, and there was one time you said something douchey to me here actually, and I was really mad at you, and I just left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I apologize.
And you
profusely.
apologized. You did, and then I'm like, okay, that's fine.
I've never said anything douchey to you.
No, you wouldn't.
I know.
But
I'm a sweetheart.
this guy could be.
Stay tuned for Jesse's book on women.
But the thing is about Phil, he's a really good friend, and
Yeah.
he could point out something that I did. I've done some things that are wrong, and he points it out, and I'm like, and he makes me cry.
He's good at pointing
He's-
things out.
Really good at that. This is why he's single.
We're gonna put this on his Plenty of Fish account.
I made that account for you, and I never for redheads.
Yeah, you remember that the
Shit.
redhead account?
that was
Yeah.
so long ago.
Wait, Can
There's
we
got to
see
be
if he's
like
got any
there's got to be
matches?
like
I don't-
97 matches
I
just
don't-
like
We
lined
We gotta
up.
find this.
I
Oh my
gotta-
god, we gotta release them live. All the matches on Plenty of
there's
Fish.
probably like no matches.
Bullshit. No way. There's no way. I know he's matched with some people, and they're probably a lot of them from Ireland, Scotland, but I'm sure he's got matches.
Probably Scotland. Well, mostly Scotland.
Is red hair more predominant in Scotland, Ireland? Like I know Scotland, it shows like people with red hair, but you'd probably know. You'd be more researched on it than I am
Redheads all around the world, Jesse.
because there's like a
Everywhere.
huge festival.
Yeah.
I think it's in Ireland.
I don't know. There's a few of them.
Yeah, but
I think there's one in Netherlands too.
is there?
That'd be cool.
That would be cool, wouldn't it?
That would be cool. But
Fiery reds.
how out of place would you feel? Like you just walk in, you're like, oh, I don't think I'm supposed to be here. Like this is the wrong party. What am I doing?
Do you feel that way all the time when you enter a room? Like, I don't think I should be here.
No, because he's not surrounded. Well, actually,
Yeah.
he is probably.
Yeah.
You never think. There you go, a struggle he goes through. You go to a bar, there's 100 brunette people in
Yeah.
there, and he's a redhead. So that's how would we feel being around a bunch of redheads?
I really feel like a celebrity.
See, there you go. He's a celebrity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think so too.
It's like I went to
And girls like redheads. Redhead men. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
They do.
I don't know many of them.
There's not.
There's not many of them.
There's not many men with red hair.
No.
No. Two of my good friends, Phil and Gage, both have red hair. See, they're good
Gage.
friends too.
Gage got married, right?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna dye my hair red. I think.
Please don't do that.
What's
Don't.
I don't think
never.
you could pull it off.
Can I tell you that last Sunday
Uh-huh.
after the show, my mom came down. She's got red hair.
Yeah.
She used to have red hair. Now she has hair that's dyed red. No offense, Mom.
No.
Hopefully I didn't just reveal some secret to the whole world.
Oh God.
But
You did.
she's like, she says some comment about, she's like, Phil, did you change the color of your hair? And I'm like, what about me says, hey, there's a guy who's going to change the color of his hair. And she's like, it just seems darker. And I'm like, yeah, what about your hair color?
No, you
And
did
she's
not.
like, yeah. She goes, this is my natural hair color. And I'm like, yeah, you think like
Yeah.
that's the color that you remember it being?
You did that to her while she was with who she was with?
Yeah.
That's messed up.
You keeping it real.
Well, no, she said, yeah, if I didn't do this, it'd probably be
Just put
that
her
guy-
on blast.
that color hair. Well, she was coming at me about like, oh, did you change your hair color? Like,
no,
no,
I
didn't.
don't think
Like,
she meant
what?
it in a bad way. I
What?
would imagine.
Well, it wasn't. I didn't mean it in a bad way either. I just said, look, yeah, you remember your hair being that color.
It makes you think twice of what you want to say. Something
Like,
to
what
Phil.
color really is your hair?
I'm like, is he gonna turn this around and make me feel like an ass? And which he does really well. like now without missing a beat.
This is. I feel bad for Phil. I gotta go. I feel bad for Phil. We're just like this whole show's been like take knocks. I owe him a couple because last couple times I've seen him, he's been doing the backhand and comments. So I owe him a little bit. So
Was it
Yeah.
the thing when the comic said that?
yeah,
you looked fit?
the man boobs. He told me I had man boobs, so I owe him for that one. And then
Boobies?
yeah, and then about the floor, he's like, about time you fix that floor. So every time I see him, he's always got something to say. So
Well, the
we owe
hole's
him
getting
for one.
bigger.
You stepped that hole in the floor like 9 months ago.
So I owe.
It's
but I gotta
literally
go. I
it's
got-
like a 14-inch long piece of wood. It's just like, come on, man.
Oh God. All right, guys. Okay, anyone comes to the distillery, I'll see you. It's nice chatting. Have fun. See you guys later.
Have fun,
See
Jesse.
ya.
See you later.
Yes.
Are you coming up? Maybe.
Maybe
Oh, he's going to a wedding.
Oh, that's right.
I can't wait.
I
for this.
might be going to a wedding.
You are going to a wedding.
All right.
I got to find out like what time the wedding is. Where like I don't know.
I don't know how.
I
the
don't know if
fact-
I'm going to a wedding.
I don't understand how you don't know anything. Bye, Jesse. See ya.
It was just like a
Hey, you want to come to the
hey,
wedding?
like some people couldn't come to the wedding.
Crispin, right? At Crispin? Oh, no? Oh, is it Clement Bynes?
What's with the interrogation?
I don't know. Oh, Jesse's not here anymore, camera. Just FYI.
Ready? Watch this.
Boop,
Bam.
boop.
Trash.
Trash. You just trash Jesse.
I just trashed that view, so it won't go over there anymore.
Yay. Yay. Oh, that's exciting. Then there's us.
Yeah.
We're not as fun. We need the third one.
I'm not funny.
Not.
Man,
No.
I wish I was funny.
I wish you were.
Wouldn't that be great?
Do better.
I've been working on this bit about people that bring a wagon to the grocery store.
First, I had to tell you a story before I forget it.
Go.
So we're at Clement Bynes, right? And this couple was pushing a carrier or a stroller, and I thought there was a baby in there. No, it was a dog, like a little puppy,
Oh, these people.
and it had like put little
a puppy, or was it like an old dog?
No, it was like a small dog, and they put like little hair bands, so there was like little like hair sticking out. Kevin's like, if you ever make me do that, I would break up with you. And I'm like, it looks so cute, but I wouldn't do that. But I thought it was adorable. But
Oh
I
my
would,
God.
oh, the dog was so darn cute with the hair sticking out and
I was
everything.
hoping you were going to say that it had beer in it. That they had
The
beer
stroller
in
had
the
beer.
stroller.
No,
Yeah.
it was a dog that looked like a child. I have no words. No words.
Mm-mm.
Oh man. I want to live this day fully. Because on Monday you have to, I have tomorrow off.
Do you have tomorrow off?
Mm-hmm.
I think I have tomorrow off. I've got to confirm, but
You
I'm
should find out.
pretty sure I have tomorrow off.
Well, if there's no games, I think it'd be good.
No practices too.
What are you doing for us today?
Well, it's a good question.
Except for that part.
I could be going to one of many places.
That sounds good.
I've got a lot of things that I could be doing at home that I should be doing at home.
Me too.
But I also should go to the distillery.
Yep.
For their event.
Yep.
I should maybe go to this wedding if I can figure out what the details are on it. Because I just don't know the details. I got to figure out what the details are.
Right.
And if they really actually wanted me to come.
Right.
And I don't know, probably some other stuff.
Okay, that sounds good. Figure that out. Oh, you want to go to the Heelys?
Oh, and the Heelys.
Yeah, the Heelys are having a party.
Don't let me
Cocktail.
forget that one.
No, I won't.
Need to make that one.
No.
I've been trying to figure out. I'm basically triple booked. I'm trying to figure out how to make all these things happen.
Yeah, I gotta figure out. That's what happens sometimes where you're like, everyone invites you someplace and you're like, I don't know what to do. Gotta prioritize, organize.
Just trying to do the best I can.
Yeah. No, I think it's important to see everyone. It's a good day to see everybody. I'm looking forward to it.
I woke up this morning and it was raining.
Yeah, that was a bummer. I
left my
pissed.
grill out.
Oh,
So that's wet.
shit.
No
bueno.
Right?
Mm-mm.
I left dog food out. So like I'm gonna go open the bag and see how wet it got.
Oh no.
I'm like, I don't know, like what do you do if your dog food gets wet? Can you just dry it out?
No. It's done.
It's gone forever.
It's trash.
Can I scoop out the part that's still dry?
Yes.
So that I might be doing that.
I mean, if we left food out and it got wet, would you want to eat it after it got dry?
Like
think for your Hawkeye. Come on.
Hawkeye licks his own butthole for like 30 minutes straight without coming up for air or anything.
I'm not going for that.
Just saying, like
Nope.
he's probably fine with it.
I'm glad I didn't make the comment that I was thinking in my head.
Yeah. Anyway, so I don't know. I was pretty disappointed about that.
All right. Well,
Labor Day.
it's Labor Day weekend. I'm going to a football game. Kevin's son's playing, so I'm gonna watch him go play.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Is it 11 on 11 or is it
I don't know.
8 on 8?
I don't know. For the past few years, I'm getting more football screen time than I ever had before. I really like the sport. I enjoy watching it. I just don't know what's going on, but I
Yeah.
enjoy it. I clap when I'm supposed to. Ask questions. I'm thankful I can ask questions, and someone knows exactly what they're talking about. So that's very informative.
I had a bad experience with football where I really just don't care about football at all anymore.
I'm not surprised.
I worked with this football team.
Okay.
And they were very bad at football. Very bad.
Okay.
Like that wasn't the thing that I didn't like about it. But
Okay.
they won 2 games out of the whole season.
Nice.
And they were against very bad teams. Like they were very bad and they played against very, very bad teams.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, the coach was an asshole. The players were assholes. Pretty much everybody in the whole thing was just a bunch of assholes. So the culture was bad. And I said, it should have been, based on what it was, it should have been a really good experience, and it was a really bad experience. And so I'm just it's like turned off to the whole thing.
I'm so thankful that I got to go to my first professional football game. My buddy Nate took me a couple years ago. It was the Bills versus the Dolphins. It was December, and I remember being there. It was such an amazing vibe. such excitement in the air. Like it's like a true high. I was like, awesome.
Did you break some folding tables?
No, God,
No.
no. It was. I was glad I went with him because when I asked questions, he was very informative. He could tell me what was going on. It was cold. My feet were so cold, but I loved it. And then there was another time I went with Sierra, and I look forward to go to another Bills game. Absolutely, I think that is fun.
You hear that, Bill?
I like football.
She's coming for you.
Going for it. And seeing hockey professionally, that again, no idea what's going on, but it's such a cool, exciting experience. I just didn't think I'd be interested in these.
Yeah, I do enjoy a hockey game.
Yeah. Well, at least the school didn't ruin that for you.
No.
No.
They made it better for me.
Oh, how
I didn't
cool.
really care that much about hockey.
Yeah.
And then I went and I was part of it. I lived it for 5 years, and
Nice.
there's some of the best people around.
The hockey players, right? Like
Yep.
they're like really down to earth.
Like
They're
that
not
whole
crazy.
that whole community.
Yeah.
All of them.
It's pretty interesting.
They're, obviously like every other community, there's a couple jerks mixed in, but they get weeded out really quickly.
Yeah.
Because the rest of them don't
do that.
They don't. Yeah. They're like, no, you see you later.
Can I change the subject for a second? So I just found out there's a new distillery on Keuka Lake. Did you go to it? It's near like Point of the Bluff Winery.
Barrel House 6.
Have you been there?
Yeah.
What was that like? I didn't even know there was more distilleries.
It's interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So someplace to check out.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got a good view. I was told that they've got good cocktails.
I love Crooked Tusker.
The moonshine's very smooth.
Oh.
I had the moonshine. It was
okay.
very smooth.
Yeah.
It's like one of the only moonshines I've ever had where like I just thought that I could describe it with the word smooth. I mean,
very good.
That's not a word that you usually used to describe moonshine.
All right. That sounds good. Because you went with Keuka Taxi, right?
Yes.
Yes. Oh.
Yes.
I don't see any marketing about them doing.
Well,
maybe I'm not.
I think that they're still working on it
Okay.
so that they can have it be bigger coming up next year.
Yeah. It's a good time to put the energy into it and kill it next year.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Yeah.
I've just been so tired lately.
Are you getting enough rest?
No.
I should take a nap.
Yeah, I should. No, naps are bad. I don't take naps, people.
No, all you need is like a 10-minute nap.
No.
Yep, that's all you need.
No.
That's all you need. 10 minutes.
If you take a 10-minute nap, you're sabotaging a good night's sleep.
Nope. I told one of my best buds. Well, he's not my best bud, but I was like, just take a 10-minute nap, and you'll feel so much better after it.
Well, you do, yeah. So here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
So you feel better after the nap,
Mhm.
but then you're sabotaging the whole next day because the quality of sleep that you'll get that night isn't as good.
I don't know about that.
I
mean, your body's different than my body.
Thank God. Could
What
you
is that supposed to
imagine?
do you want to be a female?
No.
You know what? Wow. I wish Jesse was here. A female version of Phil.
Could you
A
imagine?
sight to be seen.
Well,
experience.
it's going to be part of Jesse's book.
I think so. Oh my God. That would be awesome. I can't even wrap my mind around
Don't take naps. Don't take naps. You want to get a good night's sleep. So get up in the morning. If you need to get some caffeine in you, go for it. Stop drinking caffeine sometime.
Sorry.
Like middle of the day.
Yeah.
No later than middle of the day.
It's 12.
Probably.
Got in there.
And then, man, just good sleep hygiene. Don't look at the screens.
Yeah, no. Oh, no. I
like,
minimize
just
Portia's screen time.
Go to
before
bed. Use your bed.
Yep. Reading.
There's only 2 things you should be doing in there, and reading's not one of them.
Reading in bed? I love reading in bed.
Yeah. You got to train your body that the only thing happening in bed.
Sleep.
Yep.
Sleep.
Yep. Sleepy time. You got to practice your sleep hygiene. That's all I'm saying.
Before we go, you should talk about your event on the Outlet Trail.
All right. Yeah, we got a couple. You said one person dropped off. Outlet Trail. Yes. Buy your tickets now. cukeoutlettrail.org.
Okay.
cukeoutlettrail.org.
Yeah.
We're going to have Soul Section playing all their instruments. It's like, I don't know, I think it's a 5-piece band.
Sounds
Something like
good.
that. It'll be good.
Yep.
They're out of Geneva. We've got Lake Drum and the Laurentide serving some beers.
Yeah.
We got Anthony Road serving some wines.
Nice.
We've got cornhole tournament. Sign up now. Get your registrations in.
Yep.
We've got some vendors. We're gonna
Yep.
have like lavender. We're gonna have some art stuff.
Love it.
Some wool stuff.
Is there going to be any essential oils?
There might be some lavender essential oils. I don't know.
I love essential
There could
oils.
be. I know you do. Yeah.
do.
It might cure your influenza A.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be fun. And meanwhile, the half marathon and 10K will be coming through there.
Mhm.
So you get to cheer on some racers,
It's going to be cool.
and hopefully they'll be joining us after the race for their after party.
All right.
So it'll
Sounds
be
good.
good.
I
Should
like
be
it.
fun. There's a shuttle from the ballpark, so in Penyan.
Mm-hmm.
That's about as, I mean,
Yeah, because
it's going to be great.
because parking would be an issue.
gonna be
for
thrilling.
everybody. Yeah.
And I think, it's not going to be a huge fundraiser for us, but it should bring in a little bit of money, and more so it's just a way to kind of celebrate that space that we've created, and give something fun for the community to do.
Absolutely.
So looking to do that. And man, we probably, any little bit that we get right now it'll go to good use, because we've got to do a lot of repairs on the trail at this point. We've got a lot
Because of all the rain.
yeah, we got a lot of washouts, and
All this rain has not been good for the grapes either.
no,
No,
it hasn't
I'm
been really good for
feeling really
anything.
bad for the people out there.
Yeah, you might want to skip the 2021 vintage if you're going through.
Jesus, this water is not good.
Right?
No,
it's
it's not
just
good.
not going to make very good wine. It'll make a lot of wine.
No, they lost. They lost a lot of grapes.
Oh yeah, but they're going to be nice and big and plump.
Jesus, it's not good.
No, it won't be as much sugar content.
No. Anyways,
Anyways.
time to bounce.
Who's there? It's rare. Who's there? It's rare. Come fill your time. This pot's for all. From the Finger Lakes, join in the call. Learn something new about the Cuca Trail. Upstate New York, every episode I tell. Who's there? It's rare. Who's there? It's rare. It's rare.